Hey people, how you doing? Hey, I had a friend of mine PM me today. You can see the camera's kind of jiggly. It's because I'm on a bumpy road. She has been concerned for a long time with me posting videos while I'm driving and riding motorcycles and doing different things. So she sent me this nice little thingy here. Let me show it to you. If I can figure out how to get it off now. Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at that. But anyway, she sent me that, and she said, now maybe you can stay alive. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to attach it to my motorcycle yet, but I'll figure it out. I've been getting a lot of texts, the same PMs over and over and over again about my Plexus business and this pink drink stuff that I'm doing now. Sorry, I'm out here in the development and the roads are terrible. Been mowing all afternoon. But I want you to understand that the pink drink and Plexus products is most definitely for real. It is amazing. Sure, I'm doing it now. I started doing it for what it was supposed to do to my body and what it was supposed to do for me. And then 1 week after I started the product, I got a check from Plexus. Not a check, I got deposited into my account. They give you a credit card, just like a Visa or a MasterCard, and that's what they put your commissions on with. But 1 week after I started, I got a check, a deposit. And I thought, wow, that's wonderful, 150 bucks, you know? And then the next week, I got another one. And it was like 200. Dang. The next week, I got another one. It was just 50. And then the next week, I got another one. And then, of course, I found out that I also get paid monthly off of another commissions off of all of my sales and stuff going through my website. Plus, they contacted me a week and 2 days after I started the business, and I got a bonus. They were paying me a bonus, which is called a fast track bonus for becoming Silver Ambassador within 30 days. I think I became it within a week and 2 days. That is simply putting 3 people underneath you, 3 ambassadors underneath you. You become silver. But that's not the whole thing. Let me explain something to you. I want this video also to be it's so unusual for me not to be holding the camera here. But I want you to understand that this is also going to be kind of like my story video. 6.5, almost 7 years ago, in fact 7 years ago, I went into the doctor to have a checkup. Wasn't feeling good. I had went to a motorcycle wedding with a lot of I put on a good friend's wedding at my house in Hazel, and it was a heck of a wedding. 600 motorcycles, and a lady was coming down my driveway and she almost ran over me on the motorcycle, and I fell down and I sprained my wrist, laid my motorcycle over. It was an all weekend party. A lot of drinking, a lot of fun times. But my wrist stayed sore for like a year. That's not right for me. And it got to where I couldn't go out and hang out in the biker bars with my buddies without drinking a case of beer, and then I would get like loopy. Never was that. So I went in and had some checkups done. Well, it turned out that they came back to me and said, listen, you have 4 months to live. And I went, what? 4 months to live. They said, yeah, approximately. Your liver is completely gone from hepatitis C that you've had longer than we've ever known, probably 38, 40 years. You got into some bad blood and you have hepatitis C and your liver is completely destroyed. I was blown away. Immediately started going into all the processes of getting checked and getting this and getting that and spending all this money. Thank God Teresa had put me on her insurance because I was a home builder, self-employed all my life, and I didn't have any health insurance. So Teresa had put me on, but it still sucked a lot of money out of us. So went through it was just ungodly. And it seems like immediately, as soon as they told me I was going to die, I started dying. I don't know whether it was a mind thing. Sometimes I wonder if they really put this liver in me or not, or whether they just cut me all the way through, sewed me up, got a couple of $100,000 out of me and $700,000 out of my insurance company and said, hey, you know. But it's another conspiracy theory. But anyway, I was lucky enough to quit drinking. I've never have been an alcoholic, but I do like my beer and I do like to run my biker parties. But I quit drinking and I got on the liver transplant list. Well, that went on for 14 to 18 months. Well, anyway, after about 4 to 6 months of getting on the liver transplant list, I also ended up with cancer. Now, when I got the cancer, they told me that since it was in my liver, they weren't going to take me off the transplant list. But if it got outside my liver, they would. I went to Texas Oncology and they did what's called a TAZ test. They cut me and they went in with these chemo pistols and they blasted the tumors. They were the size of golf balls and they were in my liver. Well, it worked. Okay. Well, about 6 months later, 4 months later, I ended up with cancer again in my liver. They told me, listen, you shouldn't have lived the first time we did it, and you're sure not going to live this time. But if you'll sign all these documents, then we will do it again. I signed them. They did it again. It's an extreme amount of chemo shot into your organs. I cannot begin to tell you what the chemo did to me. I got down to like 131 pounds. I mean, it's terrible stuff. You can look at some of my pictures on Facebook when I had the cancer and when I was waiting to get the liver transplant, and it's just night and day. Well, anyway, at that point, it cured it again, killed the cancer again. Well, I got it again. So I went back to Texas Oncology and I said, listen, I got it again. Let's do it again. They said, no, we are not doing it again. It's impossible for you to live. You shouldn't have lived the first 2 times. It's impossible for you to live through it again. So I went back to Methodist Liver Institution, and was told that as long as I could contain the cancer within my liver, then they would keep me on the transplant list. I went in like 5 different times. They call you in the middle of the night. I went in like 5 different times with dead people. They get you ready. They shave you. They shower you. They clean you. They sew all of these IVs in you. And they get you ready for surgery. Well, 5 times we did that. Okay, you're here, the dead body's here. They cut them open. They look at the liver. They turn to you and they say, hey, Jack, I'm sorry, the liver's no good. Okay, they send you home. The 6th time, 41-year-old woman kicked in the head on, I think it was Memorial Day. She was a horse trainer, was kicked in the head by her horse and killed. I got her liver. I came up. Every 3 months I stayed alive while I had cancer, they'd put me up 2 points. Liver transplant is a point system. So every 3 months I stayed alive, they would put me up 2 points. So I lived long enough to get on the very top. There was one woman ahead of me that night. We got the call June the 3rd, 2011. Well, she had already been kicked off the list once before for drinking. So the night we got the call, we came in and I was told that she was kicked off the list again. So that put me up next. Of course, before they went in, they said, now listen, we're going to cut you open. We're going to look at your liver. If that cancer is outside your liver, we're going to sew you back up and you're not going to get the liver transplant. Okay. Thank God the cancer was not outside my liver. I ended up getting the liver transplant. I cannot. The closest thing I can come to explaining a liver transplant is, if you're a fisherman, I want you to explain to me how you gut a fish. That's a liver transplant. They cut you open, they pull out all your guts, they remove the liver, they put the new liver in, and they put all your guts back in. Those guts stay loose for 18 to 24 months. You jump up, stand up wrong, lay down wrong, you can feel your inside moving around. So anyway, after that, I didn't have any of the normal liver transplant problems. I've never had rejection yet. I've taken care of myself, I've eat right. I have still yet to this day drank the beer, and I never will. It's beautiful out here. I want to show y'all this. Look at that. Would you look at that? Beautiful. But anyway, and I never will drink again. Drink a glass of wine every now and then because my heart doctor said that it's good for you. So, right after the hospital stay, I left the hospital in 4 days after a liver transplant. No one in the world has ever done that. You understand, I was on a liver transplant floor and heart transplant and kidneys. Those people had been up there for a month, 2 months, all the way up to 6 months. I left the hospital 4 days after a liver transplant, gutted like a fish. I didn't want to stay there. I had a grandson I had to get home to. So, anyway, day after, I ended up with an inguinal hernia. Oh my God. Terrible, terrible pain. After that, kidney stones. If you never had kidney stones, oh my God. They tell me it's like having a baby. Well, let me tell you what. This bitch ain't getting pregnant. No babies for me. They like to kill me. Well, I've developed neuropathy. My wrist, my ankles will swell up so bad. A year ago, I tried to get the guys in my shop to cut off my leg just above the knee because it hurt so bad I was in a wheelchair and could not walk. Twice a year, my ankles swell up this big to where I cannot even get a shoe on and walk. I'm going somewhere with this. 5 days. Now listen, before I started the Plexus journey, a year ago, Plexus was brought to me, and I had talked to my doctors. I'm stopped because I don't want this to wiggle around because the next road up ahead is real bad. Doctors are drug dealers. Simplest truth I can tell you. Doctors are drug dealers. If it's not drug related, prescription related, AFDC, AFKA, FBI, CIA regulated, doctors do not want you taking it. If it's praying over a Buddha and rubbing his head and sticking a nickel in his ass, or natural herbs or cleansing, they don't want it. Haven't quite figured that out, other than the fact that maybe they're just drug dealers, street corner drug dealers. So a year ago, I was told, don't do the Plexus. No. Okay, and I didn't. I wished I had have. Because here's the deal. My hepatitis C, I have done all the treatments. Nothing is working. I'm 7.2 on a 10-point scale right now of this liver being dead. I'm 7.2 right now. They're still not doing anything for me. I've taken all the treatments for it that I can to put it into remission because there's no cure for it. But here's the thing. I don't have any of the symptoms of it right now. 4 days after I started taking, before I took the Plexus this time and decided to do it against my doctor's wishes, this wrist, I couldn't even close this hand. I would ride my motorcycle in to the clubhouse, because I'm an MC member, to be with the brothers and hang out, and it would be terrible. I would ride back in from the Metroplex out to East Texas late at night, and I would have to hold the gas. I mean, and then the wrist swelled. My right ankle was like this. And I was getting all of my normal pains from neuropathy. And supposedly I have arthritis now. Supposedly 52% lung capacity. Listen, I breathe fine. I go all day long, 24/7. If you're 20 years old, you can't outwork me or outrun me. But here's the thing. I was having the pain started. They start 2 to 3 times a year. Well, when I had started the Plexus product, the pink drink, okay, just the pink drink, the cleansing, and the probiotic, which is called the Triplex, I was in pain. 4 to 5 days after starting the pink drink and the products, all my pain went away. All the swelling went away. Look at this. All of it, gone. Now listen, that's not a mind thing. I have a strong mind. I couldn't go through the pain that I've been through in the last 6 or 7 years and not have a strong mind. You can't fool me. You can't mind fuck me. I know what's real and what's fake. This stuff works. I have no pain in my body right now. Nothing. Nowhere. Even my lower back. My psychotic nerve, or whatever you want to call it, in my right leg that tingles and makes my toes ache is gone. I don't have any pain in my ankles. The swelling is gone. Since then, I've started the Plexus Vitamin, multivitamin. I've started the Accelerator because I do want to lose a few pounds. I've lost 21 pounds in a month. I've lost 2 pant sizes. Listen, if you know me from Facebook, you know I play on Facebook. It's my bar. It's my party house. I have fun on Facebook. I say anything I want to say. Do anything I want to do. If you'll notice here lately, I haven't been doing the crazy stuff. Listen, I don't hate Hillary Clinton anymore, and I don't hate Obama. I don't like either one of them, but I don't hate them. You know, I don't want them to have a bad accident and a plane crash and all this other crap like I've thought in the past. I wake up in the morning, my head's clear. I get up at 4:15. I take care of my grandson. I get my wife out of bed. I get her to work. I do all my stuff, you know. And then I don't go to bed till 12, 1, 2 o'clock. So I get 2 to 3 hours if I'm lucky. 4 hours if I'm doing great. So all this stuff being said, the reason it's being said is I want you to understand, I wouldn't try to sell you anything that's not on the up and up. Because here's the deal. There is a God and there is a devil, and they will both eat your ass. There is karma, and it does come around. Believe me. I've seen it. Right? It's close. I've seen karma. I've fought karma. It's 60-day money-back guarantee. Nobody will give you that in this industry. Plexus Worldwide has a 1% return. 1% return is all they have. Nobody returns this product. 60 days. You buy the product. If it does not help you, if you're not happy with it, if you're not tickled turtleless with it, on the 59th day, they give you another 30 days after you take the 30-day product. On the 59th day, you just call them up and say, hey, I want my money back. No questions asked. They give you your money back. They don't argue with you or try to sell you some more shit. They just refund your money. So I want you to tell me what is causing you to not make the move. You know, I really want to know. I want PMs, I want phone calls. You know, because it blows me away, because I watch you in pain. I watch you go through the stuff you go. I watch your posts, your comments. There's a lot of anger coming from you. And I know that Plexus will remove all of this. But still yet, I do not see you in my back office. I do not see you ordering products. I do not see your phone calls or your PM messages saying, Outlaw, Jack, listen, really, I want to try this. You know, and we won't even go into the financial end of it with you right now, because it would blow you away. You can make a damn good living being an ambassador for Plexus products. With that being said, you know, I hope it will open some of your eyes up. This isn't going away. I'm not going to stop my post. You can unfriend me if I'm bothering you with it, but I'm not going to quit it, because I seriously, people, honest to God, I do want to help you. I do want to help you health. I do want to help you wealth. I want to help you in both areas. I want you to be physically pain-free. I want you to lose the weight that you need to lose. And I want you to make the money that I think you need to make. You can do this part-time. I'm doing it full-time now. I'm not going to open any more shops. I'm not going to open any more businesses. I'm done with it. I'm just going to be a Plexus ambassador. Peace. I love you. And I hope this answers a lot of things for a lot of people. It turned out to be a longer video than I expected, and I hope I can get it uploaded. Talk to you later. Bye.